Maybe we swing 1. Maybe we swing 2. Do I swing 3? We're thinking about it. We're thinking about it. This is what you get when you BM us, opponent. So let's attack in. And they give up. Hey. Cavalcade will do it. That'll do it. Make this unblockable. How's it going, y'all? Titans Fan 920. Today we're back at some more MTGA standard action. This time we're taking some Mono Red Cavalcade back into standard. Played on the rank ladder this time to see how it goes. Really been having a bad season so far. I've been like, if anybody's been watching my streams, you've seen it. Just not a lot of luck. Just the beats, man. You know, it's just one of those rough patches and it happens. Rank ladder doesn't tell who you are as a person, so like you can't let it affect you too much. Motivation, but it's been rough and it's been very disheartening. So I'm trying to have fun, but honestly, just not having a lot of fun with Magic right now when I play. But it's just a funk, and we'll get out of it. So I figure we try something fun here. Mono Red Cavalcade. This is mostly the same list that I kind of had during the early access event. Changed up a little bit, and with the sideboard now. One thing to note: I don't know if Incinerator needs to stay here. It just seems like we'll win more card what little I play, but we'll try it out and see if it works. As far as how this deck goes in the meta, with things like Mono Green running rampant, I think Mono Green just crushes this because you can't get through any of your attacks. But the big decks that just kind of take a long time and durdle a while, this can really go into them really fast and get you those kills out of nowhere. So let's take it to ranked. Let's see how it goes. We're plat 4, so we can't get any worse. Let's go. First game of the day here is against Higashi, Mono Red Cavalcade. Now, this is post-commentary because obviously I'm really on the ball here. As I was trying to say, this is game 1, post-commentary, because last time I had it on the wrong overlay, and then I about did this thing without the mic here. So obviously I'm on the struggle bus today. But first game of the day here against some Yorion. Let's see if we can aggro them out. This opener hand here has 3 different 1-drops. It's only a 1-land hand, which obviously keeping these is very risky because we only play 20 lands. However, we're on the draw. 3 different 1-drops. One of these hands where if we do get the land, especially drawing that Cavalcade, ooh. If we get that Cavalcade next turn, we can go Pyreling. And the turn after that, we could play Cavalcade and 10 Street Dodger, for instance, if we hit a land. So let's see what's in the cards for us, huh? Hope y'all are doing good today. I'll probably mention this quite a few times, but not been super loving Magic lately. Just kind of ready for rotation at this point. Been getting my butt absolutely murdered on the ladder. So that's why you've seen some of these videos where I'm just in plat 4 and plat 3. It's been a rough go of it. I've been having like some good luck when I try to record these videos, but otherwise I just keep falling down real bad. The streams, anybody who's been on my stream, really appreciate you guys showing up and sticking with it, even though the beats have been real. So here we miss our land drop. So with opponent being a Yorion deck and us a Mono Red deck, us on the draw already, missing lands is not good here. They have the Eliminate on our Scorch Spitter, which honestly doesn't feel that bad. So if that's the worst they got, it's fine. However, we're still missing lands. Again, we kept a 1-lander, so like we're to blame for that. However, you expect to hit lands at some point. Opponent corrects Fatal Passage here. Get him for 2, get him down to 13. Even 1 land, we're almost halfway down that life total, but they can surely stabilize. So Esper Yorion, I'm guessing this is like an Esper control list right now. When we're just going into it blind. They have another Thought Erasure, which honestly is not very good against us. Especially when we have just all these 1-drops. So they finally take the Fervent Champion here, which if we had lands, I don't think that'd be the take it whatsoever. So opponent Thought Erasures, and they take their sweet time surveilling. Now they missed land there. Once again, we miss on the lands. Swing for 2 more. We draw another Cavalcade that we can't play. 11 cards through the deck, 1 land. That's a rate of 5-point-something lands for the whole game. Hooray! Hooray, Magic and variance. So, wait on opponent. They got the Narcito. And this is where it feels really bad. Like, if they're playing Narset, they're probably missing a land here, too. So, this is one of those hands where they've not been able to do very much. And had we hit lands, we could have been really, really punishing to them. Again, another land, or another draw step, another missed land. And now with this Kaya, that can just start picking off our creatures 1 by 1. They can start gaining life with this minus ability here. So we're probably done. We still waited out and see, just because with Cavalcade, you do have those times when you can win out of nowhere. But, you know, played your outs. They find another Kaya. And the funny thing is, Kaya is not a super good card in the meta right now, I don't think. There's a lot of stuff it just doesn't do well whatsoever. But against the Mono Red Cavalcade especially, powerhouse. So, and that's just kind of been the luck we've had too. Hey, it's land number 2. Let's go. So now we get that down. I can play Cavalcade, I can play Pyreling. Decide to just go ahead, play the 10 Street Dodger for now. And this way, I'm thinking. We're thinking. So I can attack them for 2, get them down to 7. This Kaya, though, can tick up. And now this was a mistake on my part. Probably should have hit the Kaya because Cavalcade would have finished it off. However, with them having 2 more in hand, it really didn't do much, and that's why I didn't go for it. So now they plus up and exile it. We're just in a world of hurt here. They just have way too many Kayas in hand. Again, bad card in this meta right now, but they found 3 of their 4 copies in the top whatever of the deck. They got the Interplanar Beacon gaining life, so yeah. Weak after 1 Lantern got punished. That's magic, and that's how it goes sometimes. Sideboard-wise here, we throw 2 Chandras in here because Chandra's good against control. Some War Bosses, some Tibalt. Take out the Incinerator here. It just seems like it's way too slow in this matchup, and they can just eliminate it or something. Well, they can't eliminate it. They get Heartless Act. Plenty of ways for black removal to get rid of that. We got some Torbrins because it's too expensive on the expensive side here. 1 Spitfire because it's also just a 3 mana that doesn't do anything when it enters the battlefield. And then we cut a Subria, or Subira. Subira Tozidi Caravan. Make sure I was recording there. Don't know what I was doing. My stepping tool there. Whoops. But we got Higashi here, game number 2. Let's see if we can take the Mono Red beats to him. We're on the play this time. We learned our lesson with the 1-landers there. This time we have the chance of doing really nice here. Scorch Spitter is the 1 drop you want to see in this deck because it can activate the Pyrelings doing their thing. Tough decision on what the mulligan is here. And honestly, I could just go with land because I want all of these cards. But, we're risking it for the biscuit, baby. Because no matter what, we get Scorch Spitter into Pyreling on 2 here. This is already double the amount of lands we had last game. Until, 11 cards left or through the deck. We draw another land, so our decision pays off there for the pitching the land to the bottom. Here we swing 2, really hoping they just play a tap land this next turn because his Pyreling can kind of go out of control here. And then I've got the options to either play Chandra or play a Spitfire. So we're thinking about what to do here. I figure they can't board wipe us this turn. The most they can do is just a fairy bounce. So I decide we play the Spitfire now because this puts them in the situation where if they don't have some kind of good answer this next turn, they just die because we get Chandra out. If we draw a land, we can play Chandra and Fervent Champ, and just the attacks are just going to go wild. So opponent looking at what to do here. They play an Oath of Kaya on their turn, which is pretty frustrating. Oath of Kaya is enough to kill her Spitfire and still gain some life. So we throw down Chandra Baby instead. No Cavalcade this hand. But try to make the most of it. We swing in, get to pump up the Pyreling again because of Scorch Spitter. And now Scorch Spitter is doing a lot of work here. Get them down to 7. Once again, put them in a position where they have to have some kind of board wipe or they're in trouble. Now, they could have another Oath of Kaya. That'd be frustrating just because of the life gain. But let's see what they do here. Another Oath of Kaya. And again, like I know this is post-commentary. I played this game earlier. But it's been a little bit. I've already kind of forgot. Not going to lie. So here, we draw a lot at the stage, which isn't a terrible draw. So I decided to make some tokens. Thinking about what to do. We play the Fervent Champ. So here we swing in for 4. No Pyreling buff here because we still don't have a Cavalcade. Light up that stage. We get another Pyreling and another light up the stage. We're really trying to find the other land. We finally find it. Really had to dig there. Again, not surprised we're light on lands here because we're a 20 card deck. But we find it. So I've got that Castle Embereth too. So we have the mana to pump a Castle Embereth. They play Teferi. See what they want to bounce here. Probably the Pyreling, I would imagine. Though if they bounce the Pyreling and don't do anything else here, we still have lethal on board with Castle Embereth. So they bounce the Pyreling. Play a blue. Glass Casket. So that takes away lethal from us because we could have made 2 tokens, used Castle Embereth, and hasted it out. Here, since we don't have lethal anymore, figure we might as well just play the Legion War Boss. I know we'll lose the Subria here, but I feel like Legion War Boss is just a better answer here, honestly. And maybe that's the wrong play. Maybe I'm supposed to play Subria, get that down with haste. No attack into Teferi. Their life total is so low that we got to force them to have it. They've only got 4 cards in hand. They plus up here, really hoping to not see a Shadow of the Sky. So let's see if they do anything here to us or not. Opponent with their 3rd Othakaya, because, you know, why wouldn't the 80 card deck find 3 of their 4 Othakayas in the top 14 cards out of 80? You love to see it. Here we get another land. With the Interplanar Beacon, they don't have any black mana available, so now I know the coast is kind of clear. So we get in there, swing, pump with Castle Embereth, GG's. So despite them having 3 Othakayas and a Glass Casket, we still get there. Go to game number 4. Sideboard here on the draw, trying to think of what to do. Don't have any Ember Shield Breakers or anything like that for the Glass Casket, which may be an option we'd want to have in here. I cut 1 Spitfire and bring back a Subria just because it has haste. And then we take out the last Spitfire, bring in just a random Shock here. You never know when Shock can get that last few points of damage in there for you. So, game number 3 against Higashi, and this is the one that I really wish I had recorded live with my facial and the commentary, because pay attention right here. You're going to see something. Waiting on opponent. Okay, we're on the draw. They get their hand. They keep. Pretty quick snap keep 2. We're looking at our hand. 4-lander. Not super great. It's lands, but we don't do anything for turn 3. So we mulligan here. And they give us the good game. We haven't even started, but I guess they have a good hand here. And you see me circling there. I was pointing that out, and I was really talking about the audacity of them. But they good games before the game even starts. So I'm assuming they have a really good hand here. And are making fun of us for mulliganing. So we got a Scorch Spitter. Here, now that we draw the Pyreling, great draw. I feel like I want to play that second main, so let's see if we can draw some removal out from them. They have the Heartless Act to start it off with. Okay, they got the turn 2 removal. That's pretty good. We'll go ahead and play the Pyreling here and pass the turn. Try to punish them a little bit for being greedy. So they play Hallow Fountain. Okay, Heartless Act and just a Fairy. I see why they good game this now. They got good start there. So our poor little Mono Red deck just trying its best. Here we pick up the very important Mountain because we can play Chandra now. That allows us to get this threat down without Aether Gusting, and I can send one of these tokens into Fairy. So despite all that they're doing, I mean, we've had Scorch Spitter into Pyreling into Chandra, so that's pretty good ourselves. So let's see if the opponent, what they got receives. So far they've had the answers, you know. But I really want to win this one because they good game just before the game even starts, and that's super rude, super BM. Hoping the opponent, you know, they have a little bit of lag here. Maybe they didn't hit a land drop, perhaps. We can hope. They play a Mazemind Tome, which is totally fine. Not a good card, and they did miss a land drop. Now, the one thing about Mazemind Tome, get all redneck on you, huh? Is even though it doesn't really do a lot in this matchup usually, at the very end, if they get all the counters on it, they do gain 4 or 5 life, which is pretty good. So here, we drop a Pyreling, drop a Cavalcade, and really start putting them in a position where, hey, they got to do something. So they put a page counter on there, scry 1, and they scry to the top. So I'm assuming that's a land for some kind of board wipe. And at this point, they really need the board wipe, because if not, the Chandra's Pyreling is going to go insane, because we have this Fervent Champ off the top as well. So let's see what they get here. They found a land this time, so that's what they top of the Mazemind Tome, and they got it. Now, Shadow of the Sky doesn't seem great when you're just using 4 mana to kill my Pyreling, but I think that shows how important the Pyreling is. Now, with them tapped out, we do find a second Cavalcade of Calamity, which is real nice for us. And so our hands kind of lined up nice here, despite them being a big old jerk to us. We play the Fervent Champ, make 2 more 1/1s. Chandra showing its power, and look at all those triggers, baby. A trigger full of promises. The promises are the promises are death. Death! So here we start giving them the oops, because I'm like, hey, I got this in control. I'm committed to it. They want to be a jerk to us. I'm going to throw it right back at them. So we get them down to 4. Light up the stage. Mountain into Vault. Not the greatest draws in the world, but we do hit our land drop again, which I guess is fine. So opponent's going to have to really come up with something big here, because right now, just from Cavalcade triggers alone, the Chandra is lethal. If they kill just their Fervent Champ, I mean, they have so many ways they're in bad shape here. They do gain 4 life if they get that 4th counter on there. So we're going to try to kill them this turn. That's always the hope, right? Just kill them, as soon as you can. I started oopsing them again, and I don't feel bad for it. They want a good game before the game starts. I'm feeling like we're in a pretty unlosable situation here. There's just so many answers they would have to have here. So, Mazemind Tome has been used. They got their 4 mana. 5 mana. What's the play? The play is to oops them. And again, opponent wants to be a jerk, so they start off here, they get a Kaya, that's pretty good. They can either plus up and exile the Fervent Champion, or they can exile some cards from our graveyard and gain 2 life. They decide to exile this. Even still, I mean, we have these they have 2 mana open. The only thing that really screws us here is they go Kaya into Aether Gust. That would be very lucky for an 80-card Yorion deck to hit, but man, they're just, they're Yorion anyway, and we draw this beautiful Fervent Champion. So they Aether Gust that Chandra. Pretty annoying, but we can put that on top because it's the best card we can have in this matchup. Here, play Senor Tybalt. So we can activate this ability. Unfortunately, these don't have haste, so they're not quite as good as we want them to be. No attacking opponent. We're going face. Face is the place. Get them down to 1. And the reason we don't attack Kaya there is because they're still in such a rough shape, and like no matter what they do, whether it's exiling my Fervent Champion or whether it's gaining 2 life, that's still more damage you missed out because of those 2 Cavalcade triggers. If I could point those Cavalcade triggers like one of them at Kaya, I would have maybe done that, but it's not worth it. So they top deck an Ashiok here, which is a neat card, but unfortunately for them, with that Chandra on top, just not neat enough. So they exile to Bolt, or they make us discard that hand. Pretty, that's pretty good. Now they can kill our Kaya, but they're still dead. If they plus up here, we still have 3 hasty critters coming at them. If they minus here, they gain 2 life. They can exile this Mazemind Tome, but again, that's just not good enough. It puts them to 5, so it looks like, maybe they stabilized. Maybe they just thought they didn't have it. But opponent deserved this. I think this is a good case of karma. It's one thing to accidentally good game your opponent when you think you've won, but when you do it before the game even starts, you're asking for the beats. And we fought through a lot of stuff here too, so that shows that even though this is a mono red dinky deck, it still has that resiliency to win a game sometimes. So they exile that. We give them the oops. Here, they're tapped out. Drop Chandra, baby. Make her 2 tokens. We have 6 damage just off of triggers alone, plus 3, so we're swinging for 9. And this is where I really get BM on them. We're thinking maybe we swing 1. Maybe we swing 2. Do I swing 3? We're thinking about it. We're thinking about it. This is what you get when you BM us, opponent. You don't like it, you don't get it. Look at all those triggers. Bam, 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 bam. That's what you get, Yorion. Don't you ever good game me before the game even starts. Good first victory. Mono red. Making up to plat 3. Slowly climbing, baby. Let's go ahead and play another game. Alright. Next game here against Gay Jacob. How do y'all get some of these names approved on here? Come on. Be on the play this time. And, ooh, that's actually a pretty scary hand. You love to see it, because it hardly ever gets to happen to us. Ooh. So I think the plan here is turn 1, Dodger, turn 2, Pyreling. If that all goes well, hopefully turn 3, throw the Cavalcade down and get the swinging. And if we draw more land, possibly Incinerator. This is one of those hands where, like, Incinerator's got to do something sometimes, so prove yourself. Okay, so this looks like some Gruul, which is probably rough for us. We're going to need another land here at some point. If we hit the land, I think I actually play Scorch Spitter and Pyreling. Oh, this is Jun? Okay, Jun Food. Okay, we gotta get a move on. That's a land. So, I think here we play another Pyreling and a Scorch Spitter. Swing on. Then next turn, we're going to have a huge Cavalcade turn. Where we should be able to play Cavalcade and Incinerator. Hopefully, okay, so Mayhem Devil's Scare. We got to get them dead ASAP. So let's attack in. And they give up. Get wrecked. Now granted, I can't get too cocky because this matchup is probably real bad for us as well. So as far as what we can take here, so Red Cap melee does hit a few things. I think Shock is a good thing to have in here. It hits their priest, it hits a lot of their creatures. Heartfire makes us sack something, but it is a good way to get rid of Mayhem Devil. I think the Incinerator has come down a little bit too late on the draw. Anax can be bad because they can sack it, get the tokens. Red Cap melee, it hits Mayhem Devil. But that's like the only red creatures they usually really play. So that's pretty rough. And claim, I mean, most of their creatures are 1 mana. So I think I will put the 2 claims in there. We probably cut 1 Spitfire on the draw. And then Chandra just seems kind of bad here. Actually, we probably do better than this other Chandra. Maybe, I think the Annex actually is a little bit better than Chandra. Actually, the Spitfire. We'll leave the Spitfire in there. Take out the Annex. Let's try this and see how it goes. Game number 2 against Gay Jacob. Hand's good. We'll keep this hand. Don't like not having a 2-drop here. But Heartfire is still nice because it allows us to kill a Mayhem Devil, which is like the bane of our existence in this deck. Okay. So Red Cat melee. So I could sack this and do 4 damage to them. And since I'm not going to be able to do this anytime soon anyway, I think that's the play. Oops. So we'll target the face. Sack that. Hit him for 4. Mayhem Devil is a yikes. Another land. We're drawing all the lands we need. Now the good thing is it does have a 3 booty. Really needs like some lava coils or something in here. Murderous Rider there. I mean, if that's the worst they're doing, that's actually okay. So they're down to 13 now. Can we quit getting all these freaking lands, game? We only play 20. Like, I'm glad to hit her land drop, don't get me wrong. So this shot can kill Mayhem Devil now. So if they don't do anything here, I just go to attack next turn. Okay, Trail of Crumbs. And a Goose. Alright. That's pretty annoying, but not the worst in the world. So I think here we go to attacks. Swing for 4. We play this. And hold up Shock. I think that's the play. I can also shock them in the face for 4. Right now, this Mayhem Devil's not doing anything too crazy. And also, this Pyreling can kind of go nuts with Thorburn out as well. Hopefully, they just play Murderous Rider here. Okay, that's real scary. But if they don't have another land right now, they can only sacrifice 1 thing and do 2 damage. So we got really hope they don't have another land here. Let's hope they pass turn. They can sack a food to add 1 mana. Okay, tap land is great. Yep. Yep. 10 Street Dodger, actually not terrible as well. So but they just shoot it though, right? So let's see. Let's do this. They don't have any mana. They can tap this and sack to add 1 mana, but that's not enough to do. I mean, that does 2 damage, but that's 4 damage. I don't think using Castle Amber is going to do much here. So I think we just play 10 Street Dodger. We go to attacks. Them having the multiple Mayhem Devils here is really scary. So let's go ahead and do this first. Which doesn't really change anything, but I'm trying to get them to activate something here. think I sequenced this pretty badly. Okay, but now, so that's going there. This goes here. So now we can still... So if I shoot this Mayhem Devil, it dies. I think shooting this Mayhem Devil at least keeps... This way their board gets wiped and we keep Torbran. And that trades. Like, that stinks, but that's actually okay. Wait, oh, they found a third Mayhem Devil in their top 15 cards. Are you kidding me? This game is nuts sometimes, man. That's a Dreadhorde Butcher. Play your Mayhem Devil that we know you have and we know you're going to play. 3 Mayhem Devil in the top 15 cards. Are you kidding me? God, this game is horrible. Another land. I mean, this sucks, but, like, what do we do? And I meant to pump that. God. I'm just playing all over the place now. Because I would have put them at 4, and then, like, a shock off the top is lethal. Their attacks are insanely ballsy. Corvold. It's alright. It's alright. We can recover. We can rebuild. On the play. The tilt is very real, though. I'm not going to act like I'm not pissed off right now. I'm pretty pissed off. Bring in 2 of those. Take out a Subria and 1 light up the stage or something. Let's go with this. Game number 3 against Gay Jacob. Let's get a win, man. Solid hand, though. Every time I wish these 10th Street Dodgers were Scorch Spitters, though. We start getting damage in there. If they play a Goose, I think I've got to shock it, which kind of sucks, but okay. Red Cat melee is a good thing to pick up here. I would like for them to just play a Priest next turn. Which is up, okay. Another land. Or at least we're trying to curve out here. Again, if this was a Scorch Spitter, we're getting in an extra 1, 2, 3, 4 damage there. Please don't have to claim the Firstborn. Woe Strider, okay. So I think I gotta shock them. Then we'll light up the stage. Potentially Red Cat melee. I would love to find another shock here. Or 2 more mountains in our 20 card deck. You know, that'd be really good too. Go ahead and kill that because it ain't doing anything right now anyways. We can at least make this 0-1 unblockable. Swing in for big damage. Great though. Great light up the stage hit. You know, I really wanted to find 2 more lands. So that way we'd hit 6. Again, 12 cards, 6 lands in our 20 card deck. It's fantastic and doesn't make me angry at all. Cavalcade mostly kills them here. Okay, they sack there. I mean, they probably don't have a Mayhem Devil now, which is nice. We should be drawing something, considering... Okay, Solemn Simulacrum is fine. If we can just draw some gas, baby. Okay. Cavalcade will do it. That'll do it. Make this unblockable. Let's go! Screw you, food! Screw you! I hate you! Woo! 2-0, baby. Let's go ahead and get one more game in there. Sorry, not sorry for the salt. I hate Jund food. Let's see if we can get one more game. Alright, last game of the day here against Zebrith. Let's see if we can end this off on a positive note. See if we can go 3-0. We get to be on the play again. We deserve this. We deserve this, baby. Anybody that comes in my stream, y'all know how often I have to be on the draw. Unfortunately, we don't deserve this mulligan. This hand, though. Ooh, but God, if they don't have interaction especially. I want to ditch a land here because this is way too good to just pitch. The only thing I'm going to pitch is pitch a fit because this is a great hand. Wish I didn't have the mulligan, but we can play everything we have here at 2 mana at the very least. So we'll swing in here. Let's hope this is a slow deck. Not a mono green deck. Okay. Teamer seems to be the case. Okay, now we just need to draw some lands, and this could be real juicy. Opponent, if you can just play like another Triumph, that would be fantastic. Or maybe a Temple. Temples are good cards. You can scry with those. Okay, tap breeding pools are nice. Here, we'll get a Calamity. Swing in for some nice damage. Thank you, opponent. Thank you. Thank you, opponent. And if we draw a land, they are dead next turn. Or if they don't have some way to bounce any of this, they're dead next turn. Even if they play Teferi here. Okay, well. Let's just play Torbran. They can counter it or Aether Gust it, and they're still taking a lot of damage. Yeah, boy. And that's the beauty of this deck. You have some bad matchups for sure. But sometimes you just win without giving them the chance to do anything. They played 3 lands and did nothing. So I'm assuming that's still, I mean, this is Bant, right? Or this four colors. So I don't know what they are. Tibalt's usually a pretty safe bet in these kind of situations. This Incinerator needs to be taken out of the deck, I think. I think it's a win more card here the more I've seen it. The situations where we can play it are ones where you're pretty much like had Cavalcade going and we're juicing already. So I'm not sure if it's great there. We'll take the Chandras in because they're usually good against control-y type things. As far as what we take out here, I'm assuming Spitfire is probably too slow. I'm going to cut one of those, and we'll cut like one lat at the stage. Let's go with this, see how it goes. Game number 2 against Zebrith. Let's finish it off, baby. You love those games where your opponent doesn't interact. I know when I had the spoiler deck season, I had the person telling me that the deck wasn't very good, and that's fine. Criticism, whatever. But, you know, they were saying how their deck just constantly has turn 4 kills, I guess, and that's how you get them, was when your opponent does jack shit all game. So, if only we could get those all the time. We have 2 Fervent Champs in hand. We like that to start off. I'll take a third, you know. If you want to give me 3 Fervent Champs, I would take that. Temple of Plenty, that's a scry at the bottom. And that is an Annex. So I'd love to draw another 1-drop here, or 2-drop. 3-drop an Annex is really nice, because that gives us some board wipe protection. Okay, well I'm going to play this out, because we got to play both of these things. So let's play Fervent Champion. This might get Aether Gusted. Let me pump. Let me pump. Pump you up. So that's more than likely a growth spiral they have there. Line up the stage. Probably find some more lands. Well, land in the Annex is nice, so we can at least keep ours. Now, they're probably going to board wipe us this turn, I would imagine. They don't have the second white source yet. Euro. Gotta be kidding me. People on my stream love that joke, let me tell you. Ooh. So I still think I've got to play Annex here, because the board wipe protection is just a little good. And if they just go next turn and just play, if they just play Elspeth Conquers Death, that's fine, because then we can follow it up with a Cavalcade and swing for 6. They board wipe that. We have Chandra to back it up. Yes, it's a fairy. Fairy here's fine.
Show remorse. I'll show respect. Don't worry, I got it.
Tulzidi. Still think drawing all these 3-mana cards is getting pretty awkward, but I still think we just try to play the Annex for now. And I think we have to attack both here at this, because it looks like they've got a Shark Typhoon, or not Shark Typhoon, but an Aether Gust. Growth Spiral, okay. Unfortunate there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Would have liked to send that 2 extra damage at him, but it is what it is. Next turn, I'm hoping, okay, another Euro's okay. Just tap out so I can play Chandra and Cavalcade in the same turn. I'd love that. 4 mana for opponent. Scoos. Scoos can eat its own euros right now. Oh gosh, that's really good too. So if I play... I think we try to play Chandra first, see if it resolves.
Chandra, you need more control. Just let me burn.
So the Aether Gust that, so I think instead here I Heartfire and then kill their Scoos, because that Scavenging Goose does just kind of, it just gets really out of control. This allows me to swing 4 at them, and we get a bunch of tokens here. Then next turn I can drop down Subria and Cavalcade. So let's shoot the Ooze, target this, get 2 tokens. Scavenging Ooze is gone. Now we're still swinging for a lot of damage here. It's 2, 4, 5, 6. They've gained 6 life this game, which is notable. They better have the board wipe here. If they just play Euro, they're going to be in pretty rough shape. And this white splash they have seems really small. So now they can... Okay, Nisa into Euro's frustrating. But with Cavalcade, I think it's still fine.
Suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Like, obviously they can hit the Chandra, but it doesn't do very much to just hit it. It means I can't -2 it anymore. So they gained 9 life this game now. They should be at 3 if they hadn't gained all this life. Alright, they got 1 card in hand as well. They could very well just have a Euro card. Well, 5 lands. They didn't even attack, which was stupid on their part. So I guess the question is, how do we kill them here? Cavalcade does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are with attack for 2. So let's say they block these 2 for sure. If we drop Cavalcade, that's 6 damage from triggers, 7, 8. We don't have a way to sack all that, though. Alternatively, I could get it back. So we got to play Cavalcade no matter what. 1, 2, 3, 4. They block these. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think here we're playing Anax. This last card could be an Aether Gust. I think we play the Cavalcade and swing. We get more tokens here. So yeah, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gets through automatically. This is on the draw, by the way. Just imagine if we were going to play this game. Holy moly. So I think they got to block the 2 champions. We will get 2 tokens for those. A Growth Spiral, okay? Some more tokens here. They better have the board wipe, because even a Euro is not enough to do it right now. Even if they attack the Chandra and kill. And I don't even think, I mean, board wipe's even kind of rough for them, because we still get the 2 Annex. So they just tap in all the mana. If they get a Hydroid Crisis, that'd be pretty frustrating.
The land fights for us.
Play Big Crisis. Because even Big Crisis I don't think is enough either. Opponent had to top deck this, by the way, because their last card was a Growth Spiral. So they've only had 2 cards to top deck with. So of course one of their top decks would be something that uses 12 mana. Possibly 15 mana, 16 mana. Yeah. You know, they just casually top decked a Hydroid Crisis here. Gain 5 life. Alright. Still 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. So opponent having the luck of the Irish on their side here. And I think I want this Annex to die. Because we need more tokens. That's the only way we're going to win this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage from triggers. They have 3 blockers as it stands right now. Oh, I should have killed one of their lands. That was so stupid of me. What am I doing? So stupid of me. That may have cost us a game there because that would have been one less blocker. That's a big yikes. A haste creature is obviously great here. If they have a way to Aether Gust's Cavalcade, that's really bad for us. Because right now this is 6 from triggers. They have 3 blockers, so 7, 8, 9. That may have been game ending there. Fucking Scavenging Ooze, man. Everybody give a big shout out to our top decking lucky as hell opponent here. I think we gotta just ditch this. Draw a bunch of cards and hope for the next turn. That Scavenging Ooze is so frustrating. Fuck off, opponent. Go. They just have so unreal how lucky they got. Growth Spiral was the last card they had there in hand. And oops, here's a 10-10 Crisis. Oops, here's Scavenging Ooze. Oops. And it's just 1/1, so you just block them, opponent. This is not as hard as you're making out to be, I swear. There should be one less breeding pool here, which is my fault. Yeah, let's just go next. This isn't worth it. They're going to kill us here on the swing back anyways. Opponent got lucky there. Don't think that's a matter of skill for them. I think they just got lucky. But that happens. Salty, got the Salty Titans fan gonna be salty. Salt shaker. So knowing they bring in the Scoozes, I may want some shocks. I may also want some claim. Claim's good with Euro. Let's put 2 claim in here because it can take Scavenging Ooze and Euro. We'll cut 1 light at the stage. And they didn't even seem to have the board wipes. So I don't know if I really want the Annex all that much. We'll cut 1 Annex. Cut another Annex, bring in a shock. Cut a Heartfire and bring in another shock. Let's go with this. Hope it works. So game 3 here. Super frustrating. Their opponent just gained so much life. Top decking like a madman. We're on the play though. Oh man, this hand, if this gets land, it's insane. Oh. We got to keep it and try. Because we have the turn 1 Spitter. Turn 2, we play 2 1-drops. Then the next turn, we can potentially swing with 3 different triggers here. So please land off the top. Please land off the top. Please land off the top. Please. Oh, it's not a land. And I didn't mean to even click that. That's a point of missed damage there. Playing really bad. I'm letting the tilt get to me a little bit here, and I really shouldn't. It's another missed land. Again, I guess this is on us, right? Such a spicy 1-lander here, but the mana gods say no. Of course, we're not going to put that on top. Still a hand that can do some things. We just really got to get lucky and actually hit a land drop here. Okay, it's a tap land. There it is. So I think we Dodger into Champion here? Or do we just Cavalcade? I think we just Cavalcade and force them to have another Aether Gust. I've got to put this on top of the Aether Gust. Must be nice to draw all of your sideboard cards. 2 Aether Gust and the top 10 cards, no big deal. So we're still going to be stuck on land here. They can play a Euro here. It's Fairy. Go. Ugh.
Might be a bad idea.
So I think we have to even wait on this for now. And just keep playing creatures. Don't think opponent could have a much better hand than what they've had here so far. Just double Aether Gust and then it's a fairy there to bounce. It's just been super frustrating. But this is what we get for keeping a one-lander too. It's a risk you've got to take. Unfortunately, we just didn't get lucky enough like the opponent did. Can we get a land? Okay, again, too late now probably. But I think I even kill this with a shock. Gosh, we're getting close to just burning them out too, though. I mean, this guarantees 2 damage, I think. Though shocking their land there actually seems okay. We still do 3 to them this way, 4, 5, and then whichever they block, we shock. This gets them down to 7. They're floating 2 green. I would really hope they don't have anything with 2 green to do. Okay, great floating of your mana opponent. You're really good at this game. They don't have... Okay, this is a forest. Tulsamere? Well, this is a game we win super easy had we, got that land on turn 2, but missing it for 2 turns there. Just a little bit too much. So, hey, 2-1 with this list. Not the worst thing in the world. I'm still salty because that's just who I am as a person, I guess. But that's another thing. Tulsamere, also a sideboard card. They have back-to-back Nissa. Yeah, good game, opponent. All right, y'all. So 2-1 overall with the list. Not bad. Obviously, I've been a salty little baby about some of this stuff, so I apologize about that. So things we noted here. For one, I guess even though you have juicy one-landers, you just can't keep those. But games like that last game just show you, like, had we drawn it, like, opponent's just insanely dead to rights. But we didn't, so that's that. That's the risk you take. We only played 20 lands here. It did seem like there were a lot of games, though, that we were not even a quarter through our deck yet. We'd almost found half our lands. But just variance, just shuffler things, whatever. One thing to note, we talked about Chandra Incinerator in the beginning. Don't think Chandra's Incinerator needs to be here anymore. It's just kind of a win more card that doesn't get to activate. And when it does activate, you're just already winning those games anyways. So we probably replace this with something else that's just better, but we'll see. But still, 2-1. If you want a deck that can kind of get you those wins out of nowhere, I recommend it. However, I still think just traditional Mono Red aggro is a much better deck than this. So, hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all have fun. Hope the season's going better for you than it has for me, at least. Thanks for watching, y'all. We'll see you next time.